So they built this unit here within 4 feet of the property line. In fact, the roof overhang actually less than 4 feet. City of Huntington Beach has its own building codes where all buildings must have an offset of 5 foot from the property line. But that all goes away. That all basically is null and void when you look at the state mandate for the additional dwelling units. They're allowed to build within 4 feet or less of your property line. So the way they've constructed this is that we're going to have these people peering out their windows into my backyard, giving them no privacy and giving me no privacy. So my solution will be to build a higher fence like I've built in the back here. Build a higher fence and then plant banana trees all down the side so I can hide the ugly building. People can't see me, I can't see them, and much is better. So this basically unit consists of 2 units. Then there's the additional house, the original house, and now they're converting the garage over into a unit. So you're going to have 4 families living on one plot. And this is what the city of Huntington Beach is against, because Anaheim has done this for years, and they've transformed parts of Anaheim into Anna Slime. And that's what they refer to parts of Anaheim now as Anna Slime, because of things like this. High density development, overcrowding neighborhoods, bad parking situations. There's a whole laundry list of negative things that come along with these type of units. And the people do it for profitability, not because they're trying to house their parents or things like the Attorney General and the Governor have come out and said. Basically what the Attorney General of this state and the Governor of this state have said are basically a bunch of lies. They totally have misrepresented the entire facts. And that's generally what politicians like them do. So this is an aerial view of the additional dwelling unit, which people are allowed to do based on state mandates now. So what the state is doing is they're taking city ordinances and they're just throwing them away. They're saying, no, we're going to supersede any building codes, any offsets, any landscaping requirements that the city has, and the state says none of that applies anymore. So this is a crude violation of a city's ability or local jurisdiction's ability to regulate building, because the state has set the mandate. I mean, what's next, a federal mandate? Under City of Huntington Beach, you're supposed to have a certain amount of landscaped area. These units next door here are going to have practically none of that. It's all basically going to be a concrete jungle. You can see how close these units are. So this is the original house. And up to about a month ago, that's frame right there used to be a patio cover. They built the patio cover so that it actually overhung into my property. So when the water would flow off that roof, it'd flow onto the patio cover's roof, and then down onto my sidewall, onto my concrete area, and into the footing of my house, which actually caused settling of that property. These people would not do anything about that until I went to the city and had the city come in under building codes and have them remove it. Now what these people are doing is they're putting in an additional unit, taking their garage, converting that over into another unit. You can see they're putting in the sewage. So this garage is now going to be another unit. So within this single family residential property, we're going to have 4 different units, 4 different families living in one piece of land. And this is what the city of Huntington Beach is fighting. And I commend the city attorney and the mayor, Tony Strickland, is doing an awesome job. He is standing up for the city of Huntington Beach. He doesn't want to turn city of Huntington Beach into a slum. This type of zoning, this state-regulated zoning, has actually transformed parts of Anaheim into very bad areas. High-density development leads to basically nothing but corruption and crime. This is what City of Huntington Beach people are fighting against, and the mayor and the city council, part of the city council at least, the newly elected officials, and the city attorney are all. Bill Gates is really awesome for his lawsuit. I hope that lawsuit is successful. I hope it certainly goes to the federal level, maybe even the Supreme Court, and we get a ruling that big government, such as state government like the state of California, isn't allowed to come in and impose things on little local ordinances. We need to have green areas. We need to have areas of landscaping. The property next door offers none of that. It basically is nothing more than an urban jungle. So I hope everybody in Huntington Beach gets on board and supports our mayor and our city attorney. They're certainly going to need the support because they're fighting some very evil people on the state level. And I use the word evil because that basically is the word that basically is the best way to describe what the state is doing. So the people who own this unit, they don't care about parking. Where are these people going to park? On the street. Streets are already impacted, overly impacted. There's not enough parking on this neighborhood. And there's actually a thing called parking wars, where people actually stand in vacant spots. When they move a car out, their relatives park their car there. And so the people here, they basically, the people who own this unit right here, they care about one thing: maximization of profit. They want to rent as much units out and make as much money. So everything the city attorney and the mayor of Huntington Beach are doing are within certain reason. Unfortunately, the state of California has taken a total opposite view of local jurisdictions' ability to regulate. The state wants to impose mandates telling local authorities on how to regulate their own development. And I had to watch the governor, and I almost I couldn't believe that. Well, I can believe he lies the way he does. He basically sat there and says, well, these people who built these units are only providing a place for their families and for their relatives. No, these people are developing so they can get maximum amount of income out of their property. And in so doing, they're going to turn this area into a slum. And so I applaud Mayor Strickland and City Attorney Bill Gates. You guys are doing awesome jobs. Keep up the good work. And hopefully more people will share some videos like this. So this closes this chapter for now.